Our top focus at this hour, US President Joe Biden has threatened to stop weapon supplies to Israel if it attacks Rafah in southern Gaza. In an interview with CNN, Joe Biden said, and I'm quoting here, "I made it clear that if they go into Rafah, I'm not supplying the weapons that have been historically used to deal with Rafah, to deal with the cities that deal with that problem." The warning came after the United States paused a shipment of American bombs to Israel as it seemed adamant on the invasion of Rafah, where Palestinian civilians are sheltering. In the CNN interview, Joe Biden acknowledged that the U.S. weapons have been used by Israel to kill civilians in Gaza. He was referring to 2,000-pound bombs that Biden paused shipments of last week. The shipment halted by the United States reportedly consists of 1,800 Joint Direct Attack munition of 907 kg category, 1,700 Mark 82 bombs of 226 kg category. The Joint Direct Munition, it's a guidance tail kit that converts existing unguided freefall bombs into accurate, adverse weather smart munitions. While Mark 82 bombs are the general purpose aircraft bombs containing 89 kilograms of high explosive. So far, Biden had resisted stopping any of the $3 billion in weapons that the United States sends each year to Israel. But after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu defied Biden's appeals to spare Rafah, the U.S. president has publicly warned the country. However, Biden has said that the United States would continue to provide defensive weapons to Israel, including for its Iron Dome air defense system. Israeli Chief Military Spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, however, expressed confidence that the disagreement with the United States will be resolved behind closed doors. He said Israel will pay attention to the United States' interests in this arena. Meanwhile, the Israeli army has said that the Kerem Shalom crossing was again targeted by rocket fire that lightly injured one soldier. The crossing has been key to Gaza operations. This after the Israeli army said that it had reopened the Kerem Shalom crossing after closing it for 3 days following a Hamas rocket attack on Sunday that killed 4 soldiers. Furthermore, Israel has continued tank and aerial airstrikes on Rafah and has threatened a major assault on it. The Israeli military said its ground troops conducted targeted raids in southern Gaza city's east, while talks are still underway in Cairo aimed at pausing Israel's 7-month-old offensive. Palestinian militant group Hamas, on the other hand, has said that it was unwilling to make more concessions to Israel in negotiations over a ceasefire for Gaza. Hamas said that the group would not go beyond a ceasefire proposal it accepted on Monday. Meanwhile, the Israeli Defense Forces and the Shin Bet Security Agency, in a joint operation, killed Ahmad Ali. That's the commander of the Hamas naval forces in Gaza City. The operation was carried out with the assistance of an Air Force aircraft guided by intelligence from the Shin Bet and the Navy. On the other front, the Hezbollah claimed responsibility for launching anti-tank guided missiles and mortars from Lebanon at a military position in Malkia area. The Israel Defense Forces confirmed at least 2 projectiles were fired from Lebanon, following which Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant hinted at the possibility of an escalation on the northern border, saying it could be a hot summer. He also vowed the return of tens of thousands of Israelis displaced by Hezbollah's attacks back to their homes. Now, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report on the implications of an American arms embargo on Israel. Listen to this.
The U.S. decision to pause weapons shipments to Israel has significant implications for the ongoing war in Gaza. By halting the transfer of high payload munitions, the Biden administration is signaling its concerns about the Israeli military and its actions in Rafah and the potential for civilian casualties. However, it also risks straining U.S.-Israeli relations, which could have long-term consequences for regional security and cooperation.
Furthermore, Susan explains the growing domestic pressure on the Biden administration to amend conditions for aid to Israel. Listen to this.
The growing domestic pressure on the Biden administration to condition aid to Israel is substantial. If the administration fails to take any meaningful action, it may face political consequences, including more loss of support from progressive voters, and a potential challenge to its leadership on Middle East policy. There is no doubt that Biden needs these votes. So all of this is more or less political. But is this meaningful action? Well, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham said that delaying arms to Israel is akin to Hiroshima and Nagasaki on steroids. He also said that the U.S. will, quote, pay a price for obscene decisions to stop weapons to Israel at a time of great peril. Finally, not long ago, Democrats impeached Donald Trump over allegedly threatening to withhold weapons from an ally for a political purpose. In that case, it was Ukraine.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.